What are LMH and LMDh? What are the differences between these two types of race cars? The future of sports car racing is looking epic with these two kinds of prototypes. But what exactly is the difference between them? So in this video, we're going to go over everything about LMH and LMDh and find out the differences between these two types of prototypes. First off, let's talk about LMH. The abbreviation LMH stands for Le Mans Hypercar. The LMH regulations were created by the ACO and FIA to be the replacement for the LMP1 regulations, which ran in the WEC until 2020. LMH made their debut in the WEC in 2021 in the brand new Hypercar Class. Toyota was the first LMH manufacturer to win a championship in the Hypercar Class. They also won that year's 24 Hours of Le Mans. Moving on to the technical specifications of the LMH. Teams building LMH prototypes will be designing and building the entire car. The LMH regulations allow the builder to effectively design what they want. The engine, bodywork, and chassis design is all up to the manufacturer, and it's also possible they could take a road car and turn it into a Le Mans hypercar. LMDh is the second prototype race car. The abbreviation LMDh stands for Le Mans Daytona H. The H was never officially identified, but it's commonly known as Le Mans Daytona Hybrid. The LMDh regulations were formed by IMSA and the ACO to be the replacement for the DPI cars which ran in IMSA till 2022. LMDh cars will make their debut in IMSA and the WEC in 2023. While the LMH regulations give the teams building them the ability to design what they want, the LMDh regulations are very different. LMDh manufacturers will be supplied with a hybrid system and gearbox. They will also need to pick between 4 different types of chassis, these being Multimatic, Oreca, Ligier, and Dallara. As for the question of who will be running these chassis, we know Porsche is using Multimatic, Acura and Alpine will be using Oreca, Lamborghini is the sole manufacturer that will use Ligier, and Cadillac and BMW will use Dallara. Two significant things to mention here about the hypercars are the pace and the cost. The LMH and LMDh prototypes are slower than their predecessors, the LMP1 and DPI prototypes. One of the reasons for the power output to be less than the predecessor prototypes is that the weight has been increased by around 20% from the LMP1 prototypes to the LMH and LMDh prototypes. Also, the new hypercars cost less than their predecessors. For example, the new hypercars will cost 80% less than the LMP1 cars. This really has an impact on who will join, giving the opportunity for a multitude of manufacturers to compete in the categories. And it's already showing with the amount of manufacturers already confirming to enter. So let's go over things. Teams wanting to build an LMH will have the freedom/ability to build what they want in their hypercar prototype. As for LMDh entries, they have more restrictions, such as a supplied chassis and gearbox. I hope you're enjoying the video so far, and if you want to see more hypercar content, this is the place to be. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. This would really help me out, and you can catch up on all of the latest news and rumors on the hypercar categories. So now we know about the LMH and LMDh prototypes, but what categories will they race in? Well, starting from 2023 onwards, LMH and LMDh cars will compete against each other in the same category in both the WEC and IMSA. The World Endurance Championship will be running the Hypercar Class, which is the new top category for the WEC. The Hypercar Class will see both LMH and LMDh manufacturers race from 2023 onwards. The International Motorsports Association will be using the Grand Touring Prototype Class, GTP Class for short. Like the Hypercar Class, the GTP Class will also see both LMH and LMDh manufacturers compete for overall wins in the championship from 2023 onwards. If the GTP class sounds familiar, that's because it's making its return to IMSA, as the category raced Group C cars from 1981 to 1993, housing brands like Porsche and Mazda during this time. So now, the entries. So let's first talk about the hypercar entries that are joining the World Endurance Championship. First off, let's discuss the LMH entries. We know Toyota and Glickenhaus started racing in 2021, and there's a rumored customer Glickenhaus entry that could be racing in 2023. The French auto manufacturer Peugeot joined with their 9X8 hypercar. They joined at Monza in 2022 and will race a full season of the World Endurance Championship in 2023. Ferrari will also join the hypercar class in 2023, and their LMH entries will be run by AF Corsa. Baikalus Vanwall is another entry that's expected to join in 2023. Baikalus still have to go over some legal negotiations to see if they can use the Vanwall name in the hypercar class, so hopefully everything goes good and this team will be able to race soon. The next three are rumored entries to join the hypercar class. One of them is Isotta Fraschini, who could be in partnership with Williams Engineering and could be using a German engine in their LMH. Another rumored entry is Velox. They could be using a car called the Velox Fangio Hypercar, which could make its debut in 2025, but right now these are all just rumors. And finally, Aston Martin could be joining with a Le Mans Hypercar. There's a possibility they could take their Valkyrie to the hypercar class, but like Isotta Fraschini and Velox, it is just a rumor. Let's now talk about the LMDh entries. We have Porsche Penske Motorsport, which will bring their LMDh, the 963, to the hypercar class. The factory team will run up to around 2 to 3 cars, but we also will see some customer entries as well. Current LMP2 team Jota Sport will use a 963 in 2023, and the second customer brand is unconfirmed at this time. Next up, we have Cadillac, who will join Porsche in the WEC in 2023. We know they'll run a 1-car entry in the full season, but at Le Mans, we could see up to 3 cars. We have Alpine with their 2-car entry in 2024. Lamborghini will also join in 2024, and the same year we'll see BMW join the WEC. They will be run by WRT Racing. We also have 3 rumored LMDh entries: Honda, McLaren, and Bentley. Honda could bring over the ARX 06, which is racing in IMSA, McLaren could possibly join in 2025, and Bentley is looking to join with an LMDh, and if they join the WEC, they might be making their Le Mans return. Moving on to the IMSA hypercar entries. So far, there are no confirmed LMH entries, but there are some rumors. Glickenhaus is rumored to enter. However, they need to make over 2,500 road cars to participate in IMSA. So this is probably not happening, but it's still a rumor, and it still could change. Right now, out of the LMH entries, Peugeot looks the most likely to join. This would probably not happen for a while, but if it were to come to IMSA, it would be badged as a Dodge. Next up, the LMDh entries. Porsche Penske Motorsport will start racing in 2023, and like the WEC, Porsche will give 963s to customer entries. JDC Miller Motorsports is confirmed to be one, and the second is rumored to be AJ Foyt Racing. Action Express and Chip Ganassi will run the Cadillac LMDh cars in 2023, and Meyer Shank Racing and Wayne Taylor Racing will run the Acura ARX 06. Porsche, Cadillac, and Acura will also have competition from BMW. Rahal Letterman Lenigan Racing will run the LMDh in 2023. Lamborghini will join in 2024, and there's also some rumored teams that could be joining. Nissan is rumored to return to the GTP class and race Alpine's LMDh in IMSA. I also think if McLaren join the WEC, they'll probably join IMSA as well. So that is mostly everything on the new hypercars, the LMH and LMDh. I hope you found this video informative, and thank you very much for watching. I now want to know down in the comments, which hypercar teams are you supporting, and what are your thoughts on the new LMH and LMDh prototypes? Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to see more updates and content on the LMDh and LMH prototypes and everything related to IMSA and the WEC, please make sure to subscribe to the left. And if you want to see another video right now, click one of the suggested videos to the right of your screen. That's it for me. Have a great day, and goodbye for now.